right. How's it going, everybody? I'm Jason of Jason's Realm here. Today I'm here bringing you guys live coverage of the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in London this year. First London game of the year, first early game, and we are here for it. And we'll see how this plays out. Unfortunately, I am not able to actually watch the game, but I do have it pulled up over here on the ESPN side of things so that we can always take a look at play-by-play, stats, all that fun jazz throughout the game. And if there's anything else football you guys want to talk about, let me know over in the chat. I am keeping an eye on that. So we can go ahead and talk anything football, anything Week 4 related that you guys want to talk about. But right now, this game, the key for the Jaguars, the keys to victory for both these teams, both cycle around Bijan Robinson. The Jaguars' offense will be fine, but the Jaguars' defense needs to put a stop to Bijan. Every time the Falcons have had Bijan running and grooving, the Falcons have just steamrolled their opponents. Now, last week, Bijan was stopped, and they completely fell apart against Detroit. So if Jacksonville can stop Bijan, they have a decent chance here at victory. Meanwhile, the Falcons, they just need to get Bijan rolling. If Bijan can get rolling early, he can start steamrolling, and boom. Big win. But yeah, this is the first game of a quadruple header we're doing today. We got Falcons-Jags, then we follow this up right after with Rams-Colts, then we follow it up with Patriots-Cowboys, and then we cap off the night with Chiefs-Jets. So looking forward to a relatively big day today here. And let's just take a look here. The Jags are 3.5-point favorites with the over-under set at 42.5. This game being played at Wembley Stadium in London. And kickoff should be just around the corner here. We'll see who starts off with the ball, and we'll see how it plays out. So we're just waiting here. Desmond Ridder on the year. He is 55 for 88 for 553 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Not really a great stat line for your next starting quarterback, but that's what it is. Trevor Lawrence is 73 of 113 for 736 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Not great, but passable. Bijan, though, has 39 carries for 213 yards. Travis Etienne with 49 carries for 205 yards and a touchdown. Let's see. Did you hear about the one supporting him while a Pirate fan tried bringing in the flu? I did not. Oh, boy. So we're just going to take a look here. Still waiting on kickoff here. Oh, right. Ugh. Okay. So here we go. Atlanta kicking off to the Jaguars to start this one. A support alligator, what? That is weird. But here we go. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be starting off with this one at their own 25 after the touchback. So we'll see what they can do here. We'll take a look at how things play out. You know what? Let me actually do this. Let me move this over here. And then this here. And then this over here. And then let me go ahead and pull up the game. Well, come on, game. Hurry up. So the Jacksonville Jaguars going to start this one off here with a little run for Travis Etienne for a pickup of 4 yards on the play. All right. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. I could just do this, and then Twitter over there. So now, looking here at a 2nd and 6 for the Jaguars at their own 29 now. Let's see what they can do. The Jaguars trying to get the run game early, which I do like. I do appreciate that. I need to move this to live chat. Missing an answer on your quiz, I'd say London fans win today. So let's see, going now with another Travis Etienne run for 4 yards, setting up a 3rd down and 2 at the 33. Now, I mean, the Jaguars doing what they got to do. A couple run plays to get the game going early. Should be a fairly straightforward look. And we'll see here. 3rd down and 2. Imagine the Jaguars go with another run here because ETN's been picking up exactly what he needs to do. But we'll see where they go. They could go something completely different. And they go for a pass, but what a surprise. It's a Travis Etienne. Etienne getting involved in all the plays early and often here. With a nice little pass up to the Jacksonville 38-yard line for 5 yards. 1st and 10. So the Jaguars getting small chunk plays, working their way downfield. Not really going uber fast, but they don't have to. Not going with big plays because, once again, they don't need those either. They really just need to keep the ball moving and be effective. And they'll be fine. So we'll see here. Tank Bigsby now on 1st and 10. Going to get a 2-yard run. Setting up a 2nd down and 8 at the 40. And once again, the NFC South, incredibly tight right now. Everyone's 2-1 except for Carolina. And the AFC South, also tight. You have Indianapolis at 2-1 and everyone else is 1-2. Both of these divisions are wide open. Wide open. So, going to get a pass now to Evan Engram for a pickup of 3. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Jags. And man, we'll see what they can do here. Right now, Jacksonville going to try to get a 1st down here, try to keep the drive moving. And they're doing good. They haven't had to play over 5 yards yet, but they're moving the ball slowly. Which is fine. Totally fine. We're at 12 and a half minutes to go in this 1st quarter. So let's take a look over here. What are they going to do on 3rd and 5? Going to go to the air, probably. And let's see what they go with it. This play's taking a little while to get in, so we might be seeing a bigger play here. We'll have to take a look. But we have that 3rd down and 5 for Jacksonville coming up. And we'll see where they go. As Jacksonville's been moving the ball pretty effectively this game. Pretty effectively. But yeah, we'll just take a look here. And Jacksonville having to take a timeout. Probably because of miscommunication of the line or something like that. So, we'll see. As we're taking a look over on Twitter as well. Well, we have a little bit of time. So, we'll see. All right. But yeah, just kind of waiting here for this next play. Jacksonville having to use a timeout after probably miscommunication there at the line. And they go for a pass, but it falls incomplete, intended for Evan Engram. So that's going to be a 4th down and 5 now. Jacksonville going to have to punt this one away. So we'll see. Can Atlanta get things going? We'll see. This is going to be a close game. So we'll have to see. So wait, now on the punt here, just as we're taking a look. And that is going to pin Atlanta back. 1st and 10 at the Falcons 7. Wow. That is a big punt when they needed it most. So, we'll see. We shall see. Let me go ahead and pull this up over here. And a bada bing, a bada boom. There we go. And we'll see what the Falcons can do here as they are now at a commercial. You know what? I'm going to move a couple of things around over here. So you can just kind of chill over in here. And we'll see what Atlanta can do after the great punt that they just had. As we're going to take a little look here. The fully animated Toy Story game. That's funny. That's funny. This is an interesting game, especially because they had the Toy Story version. I mean, like just seeing all these little players just running out on the field like that. I don't know what's so funny about that, but I just find that hilarious. But we'll have to see what the Falcons can do here now with this drive coming up. This is going to be a big drive for Atlanta. We'll see if they can take advantage here and get something going. Get Bijan going early. Get him early and often in the game. And we'll see. So we'll take a look here. All right, so Atlanta now going to go for a loss of a yard of Bijan Robinson. 2nd and 11 now at the 6. All right. And taking a look here now, 2nd and 11 at the Atlanta 6 for the Falcons. We'll see what they can do. We'll see if they can get a little bit of momentum going here. But we'll have to take a look. Waiting for the play to come through. Once again, Atlanta trying to get Bijan involved early. Getting a 2-yard run now with Tyler Algier. Not Bijan. So we'll see. You'll have to see. So wait, now what they're going to do on 3rd down and 9. Can the Falcons get something big going here? It's a big down and distance to go here for Atlanta. And if you fail it, you're pinned all the way back at your own 8 right now. You're going to have to give your punter some room. And you're going to have to make sure that your punter can belt this thing off his foot. And they do just that. 4th down and 1 now at the Atlanta 16 after a pass completed to Bijan Robinson goes for 8 yards. So that's going to set up a 4th and 1. Yes. Do they go for it? I doubt it. But you're at your own 16. So your punter is going to be punting from just inside the 5. Is where he's going to actually release it from. And that is a decent potential. I mean, you're going to have good field position. You're going to be somewhere between the 30 and 40 for catching it. So if you can get yourself a good return for Jacksonville, you're talking being in the 50 or even in plus territory over there in Atlanta's side if you can get a good return. But this punt's probably going to land somewhere about the 30 to 40 yard line, give or take, for an average punter here. I'm just making sure they don't go for it and they don't do anything crazy. They shouldn't, but you never know. Coaches these days will go for the craziest things. So we'll see. We're just now under the 10-minute mark in the first quarter here, remaining in London. As we're ready to see what the Falcons do on 4th down and 1 and how they get this punt off. I'm going to have to take a look here and we'll see where they put it. Like I said, it's probably going to go between the 30 and 40 yard line. It was all the way back to the 23 yard line. Wow. And then it goes for a 5-yard return up to the 28 yard line. So Jacksonville not really taking a great field position off it. They're just about where they were whenever they punted. So okay. Just taking a look at the Browns statement they released about the Nick Chubb surgery. So they're having to do a second surgery. Estimated recovery time indicates Nick will be able to return at some point in the 2024 season. So it looks like Nick Chubb could be missing a year to a year and a half. If they're saying at some point in the 2024 NFL season, that could be like week 6 or 7. Did you see a game today that a team you do not expect to win today? Well, Houston very well could pull out a win. I don't think they will just because, this is CJ Stroud's first big boy defense he's facing in Pittsburgh. He hasn't really faced a strong defense this year. If we take a look at who he's played, give me 1 second here. I don't believe he's faced a really big boy defense yet this year. Let's take a look. Baltimore, but he didn't do anything against Baltimore. Then Indianapolis and Jacksonville, neither of which are really great defenses, so to speak. Baltimore's maybe, but I think Pittsburgh has a way better defense than Baltimore. So this is the first real big defense that CJ's going to be facing. But the Texans are going to be playing with a lot of emotion, as this is J.J. Watt's enshrinement into the Ring of Honor. So that's definitely a possible win, but I don't expect it. Just looking here, not really seeing a lot, because a lot of times these games are just, it could go either way. I could see Arizona keeping it a lot closer than many expect, just because of how well they've been playing against San Fran, so we'll see. But on 1st and 10 here, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go to Luke Farrell for 3 yards up to the 31-yard line, setting up a 2nd down and 7. But the game I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out is, well, Pittsburgh, obviously. I want to watch CJ Stroud and how he plays in that game. I really want to see how CJ Stroud plays against a really good big boy defense, especially the front 7 with TJ Watt and isn't it Highsmith or whatever his name is? I keep blanking on the guy's name, but the guy opposite TJ Watt right now without Cam Hayward. Them two provide a really strong pass rush. So I'd love to see how CJ Stroud faces against that. And then I want to see the Rams Colts. How does the Rams offensive line hold up? They looked good the first 2 weeks. And oh my gosh! Trevor Lawrence with a 22-yard scramble up to the Atlanta 47. That is a absolutely huge game. Yeah, Highsmith, yeah. I knew it was High something. I didn't think it was Hightower. So I was just blanking on his name. But yeah, Highsmith and Watt, the 2 edge rushers there, really doing a great job of breaking through an offensive line. So I want to see how CJ Stroud faces off against that. And then the Rams Colts, I want to see how the Rams offensive line holds up. The Rams offensive line held up the first 2 weeks against San Francisco, mind you, and Seattle. And the Rams looked elite. They were putting up points way more than anyone thought they had any right to. Meanwhile, they play the Bengals and they allow 6 sacks. And the Rams just looked dead. So that's the big thing, is how does that offensive line hold up? Meanwhile here, Jacksonville going to go with another Trevor Lawrence scramble for 6 yards down to the Atlanta 41. So you're knocking on the door of field goal range here. If you kick it here, you're looking at a 59-yarder. Not a gimme. Definitely not a gimme. But you're getting close. Excuse me. Yeah, you were getting close to considering it. So we'll have to see. And they're going to go for a run with Travis Etienne for a pickup of 3 yards up to the Atlanta 38. Now 56-yarder, you're probably kicking it here. As long as you don't lose yardage, you're kicking a field goal. So we'll take a look here. Waiting now on 3rd down and 1. They're probably going to try to go the run with ETN, I would imagine, because he's been running it effectively. 3 carries for 11 yards. Oh, just shy of 4 yards a carry. And they end up passing it to Christian Kirk, which falls incomplete. 4th and 1 at the Atlanta 38. Probably going to try to kick a field goal here for Jacksonville, I would imagine. It'll be a 56-yarder from here. And do they make it? Let's see. Oh boy, we're just waiting now on the kick here. No, they go for it. They go for it, and Lawrence hitting Christian Kirk for 9 yards. Oh man. So that's going to be a 1st down and 10 at the Atlanta 29. I think Rams-Niner game was a result of the Niners not taking the Rams for real. That will not happen now. Could be harder for the Rams to pull the numbers. Yeah, but at the same time, even if Nick Bosa doesn't even try, he would shred a poor offensive line. Even if he doesn't try. And Bosa played that game. He played a lot that game. So the fact that the Rams were able to hold off Bosa, I mean, just saying. The offensive line just has been inconsistent this year for the Rams, and that's going to be their big Achilles heel, is that offensive line. We all thought it was going to be the defense, but it looks like it's going to be that offensive line is going to be the issue. So we'll have to see. But Jacksonville now with a 1st and 10, and we have a timeout, not by any team, just a TV timeout here. But we'll take a look at what the Jaguars can do here now after going for it on 4th down and putting up some pretty solid stuff in that too. So we'll have to take a look. All right. And we'll go ahead and put up the Twitter. While we're at break, we'll go ahead and look over at the Twitter. Because, well, if we have time. All right. Oh, man. Just kind of taking a look here as we got some time. Because, well, unfortunately I can't actually watch the broadcast, so I can't really see a lot of other stuff they try to do, but we take a look at Twitter while we have time. Okay. So we should be back for this next play here soon. 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 29 for the Jaguars. That was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and 1 there. But I applaud it. I applaud it. Okay. So we'll see. 1st down and 10. And let's see it. And they're going to lose 2 yards with the Dearness Johnson run. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 at the Atlanta 30. Well, that's not what you wanted to see. We'll take a look here as we are ready to see what the Jaguars can do on 2nd and 12 now. Can they manage to get something going here? Maybe try to get a little touchdown going? We'll see, but right now this drive's going the wrong way. That could have taken back all the momentum they just got, so we'll see. Oh, man. So just taking a look here now. Jacksonville, what did I just say? Touchdown? Well, Calvin Ridley gets hit for a 30-yard touchdown for the Jaguars. Just like that, Jacksonville going to take a 6-0 lead, pending a PAT. That was a deep pass there. The PAT is up and good. A deep pass there that was Calvin Ridley on the touchdown. And just like that, Atlanta's going to find themselves in a hole now across the pond. Jacksonville does tend to play well here. This is basically their second home. They're home away from home, so to speak. So, we'll have to see. We will have to see. But that was a great drive there, formulated by Jacksonville, doing exactly what they needed to do there. And hitting the boom play when they needed it. So, think about being so cool. The little score checker you're talking about? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I figured this is something pretty cool to add in for streams. And this way, I mean, it's something I enjoy, but it's a pain in the you-know-what to edit. But, it's fun. Especially during the 1 o'clock slate when we have like 10 or 9 games going at once. But it's pretty cool. Wait a minute. I have a wrong time. It's 1 minute off. No big deal. But I really want to see if this Monday thing is updated. It has not. What is wrong with you? There we go. Hopefully, I'm trying to get this to work. It's having an issue with the Monday Night Football game and then going right into Week 3. So, hopefully it works out. Wow, I wonder why the Dolphins have an average of 550 yards per game. It's not like they put up over 700 yards of offense last week. That was stupid. So we'll just see here. Where is Atlanta going to get the ball? We'll have to find out. And right now, Jacksonville having all the momentum in the world that they need. So we'll see. As we have 5:44 left to go in this first quarter. We'll see. All right, where's the thing I'm looking for? That's the thing I'm looking for. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. All right. Now Jacksonville looking pretty solid. And defensively, they shut down Bijan Robinson, holding the leading rusher to be Tyler Algier with 2 yards. Robinson having an 8-yard reception, but that's about it for the day for him. So, okay. Just going to scroll on Twitter while we're in between kickoff here, but the Falcons will have it at the 25-yard line after a touchback. So we'll see what Atlanta can do with this. We'll see what Desmond Ridder can get going. All right. So we'll see 1st and 10. Desmond Ridder going to scramble for no gain. Let me actually move this chair. I was thinking the back of this chair gets... Oh, stupid. There we go. The back of the chair gets a little uncomfortable after a while, so I'm going to try to do this and then sit with my back against the bed, because that's a more comfortable backrest. There we go. And there we go. Desmond Ridder going to pass to Bijan Robinson for a gain of 4 up to the 29-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and 6. All right, so the Falcons not doing a lot on the ground at all. That could be something that comes back to haunt them, because they're not getting a lot going on the ground. Jacksonville's doing a great job thus far of holding Bijan on the ground. So we'll see. All right, just taking a look at that huge run. Oh my gosh, that run was just... That Trevor Lawrence 22-yard run was just absolutely open, wide open. So here we go, a penalty on Jacksonville for a neutral zone infraction, going to set up a 3rd down and 1 for the Falcons. Can they keep this drive alive and try to get some retaliation going after the Jacksonville touchdown? We'll have to see right now because that penalty, and never mind. Yeah, they have the momentum, and it's gone. 8-yard sack taken by Desmond Ridder. 4th down and 9. You're punting that thing away. Jacksonville's getting the ball back, and that just completely took everything out of there. Josh Allen getting back there. 1 total tackle, 1 sack now on the day. That just took away all the momentum that Atlanta had. Every last bit of it. So, that was pretty rough. But let's see what we can get rolling now for the Jaguars after this punt coming up. We'll see. I mean, Jacksonville is going to be getting it. Fair catch. No, it goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So Jacksonville is going to take over from their own 16 with 3:23 left in the first quarter here. And we'll see. We will have to see. But yeah. Just going to scroll on Twitter while we got some time in between as we are waiting for them to come back. Seeing what we can find, and let's just take a look. Everyone making their game day posts now. Whoa, you can't do that. You can't step on someone's head like that. You can't do that. Let me head over to my NFL list. Actually, this is an NFL list too. So just taking a look. Oh, that's just the segment schedule. But here we go. The Jaguars now going to get an 8-yard pass to Etienne, who he's having a solid day thus far. Hold on, let me find my thing here, because I picked Etienne on the fantasy team this week. And he already has 2 receptions for 13 yards, and he's been on the ground a decent bit too. Yeah, I had Etienne. So we'll see now, 2nd down and 2 coming up now for the Jaguars from their own 24. Let's see what they can do, if they can get things rolling here. I mean, they're moving the ball pretty efficiently, and now they get another run with Travis Etienne for 7 yards. 4 carries for 18 yards on the day. This man has 31 yards already with 2 receptions. I mean, he's already at 5.1 points, and he doesn't even have a touchdown. And this offense is moving. So we'll take a look here. What do you think, Raiders starting a rookie QB over Hoyer? I think it's beneficial ultimately because you're playing the Chargers. You're not going to beat the Chargers with either Hoyer or that rookie. So you want to see what you have in the rookie while you have the... Oh my gosh! Trevor Lawrence going deep to Christian Kirk for a 30-yard gain to the Atlanta 39. And Jacksonville is getting the offense going. That is big chunk play after big chunk play. That's like their 3rd play right now of over 20 yards in the last 2 drives. The first drive, their longest play was 4 yards. So, man. But yeah, I think it's ultimately beneficial if the Raiders are going to be starting that rookie because right now, Hoyer's not going to win you this game. Garoppolo's out with a concussion. So you got to see what you got in the rookie. If you're not going to win with Hoyer, see what you got with the rookie. Maybe he's your guy after Jimmy G's contract is up. Because Jimmy G, he ain't going to lose you games, but he ain't going to win you games either. And let's see, they're going to go with Tank Bigsby for a nice little run for 6 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 4 at the Atlanta 33. definitely going to be extending your lead to at least 10, if not 14, because of a touchdown here. So looks like a blowout. Unfortunately, it looks like it. Unless Atlanta can get Bijan on the ground, he's already doing well in the air. 12 receptions in the air. Or 12 receiving yards in the air on 2 receptions. But you need to get him on the ground in order to have this team have a chance. So we'll see. But let's see. Many people are talking about Case Keenum. That is interesting. Because they're liking what he's done to help CJ Stroud's development. That's pretty fair. Now we are going to have one more play in this quarter. As there's 42 seconds after that last play. So we should see one more play coming through here. Before we have anything changing for the second quarter. But man, Jacksonville just taking this game right now any which way they can. So let's see. Waiting on this next play here. It should be coming through momentarily because the quarter's going to be ending. So let's see. As they are stalling out on this play. So just taking a look here while we have our time. And, so we did get a play off, but there was a penalty on Brenton Strange, offensive holding. So that's going to be a 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line now. But it's interesting, the Jets have not called the Vikings for Kirk Cousins or the Titans for Tannehill. That is very interesting. Very interesting. I thought for sure they would have called someone by now. But Lawrence going to pass to Evan Engram to the 38 for a pickup of 3. And that'll take us to the end of the first. All right. So we're just taking a look on Twitter while we have some time here. And let's just take a look here. Oh, man. Trevor Lawrence was almost sacked, and he had to thread the needle on that touchdown pass. He had pressure coming, almost sacked by one person, another dude running up on him, and he had to fit a tight window. He was open, but the corner was like on top of it, getting back there. That was an incredible effort from Trevor Lawrence. Man. That was pretty big right there. Let's just take a look at one other thing real quick. All right. If you guys are enjoying, don't forget to smash like and subscribe. It does help me out a whole lot. Lets me know that I'm doing stuff that you guys enjoy, and we'll be here for 4 games today. We got Falcons Jags now, and then at 1 o'clock we got Rams Colts. At 4:30 we got Patriots Cowboys, and then we got Sunday Night Football between the Chiefs and Jets at 8:20 Eastern. So we'll be here all day for you guys. We got overall we got like 14 hours of football. So we'll be here through thick and thin all day today. As we're just taking a look, and it looks like DeMar Hamlin will be making his season debut. And this will be his return from the incident that happened last year. And Chase Claypool is a healthy scratch. Claypool was a total bust. Total bust. Mapletron had everything. He had the ability. He had the size. He had the physique. And he ended up instead just not showing work ethic at all. And that's what happens when you don't show work ethic. You lose it. You absolutely lose it. So we'll see. But yeah, honestly, the Bills should get that game fairly easily today against Miami. Miami should have a come back down to reality. Damar Hamlin's playing. It's going to be a lot of emotion. You got Taylor Rapp definitely going in the game today to help out big time. So we'll see. Oh, man. Yeah, the Bears are having Equinemius St. Brown to be active over Chase Claypool. And to start off the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence going to go deep to Christian Kirk, but it falls incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage. All right. So let's take a look. All right, let's just see here. Do you think Kaepernick? Oh, let's hear. Do you think Kaepernick will be quarterback for the Jets this year? No. Everyone has said that his letter to try to get back into the fold was sad and pathetic. So I don't think the Jets go that way. But the Jags did end up getting a field goal here to make it a 10-0 game. And the Falcons are going to be getting the ball. But this is another interesting situation here with the Jonathan Taylor trade rumors. There's a lot of rumors I'm hearing. I'm hearing the Steelers are interested in Taylor. The Packers are no longer in the mix for Taylor. The Dolphins haven't talked to the Colts since before the season. But I've also been hearing rumors in the Rams camp about trying to bring in Jonathan Taylor. And people are saying, oh, the Higbee extension is because the Rams are going to try to go for some big trade, and maybe it's Taylor. I don't think they have the cap space to do it, though. I'd love to see it, but they don't have the cap space. So, we'll have to see here now what Atlanta can do. Down by 10. Going to need to get something going soon. Otherwise, they could be in trouble. But we'll see. And Atlanta going to be starting off at their own 25-yard line for this drive. The Panthers are looking to add another starting wide receiver through trade, so we'll see where that goes. We would try to trade for Mapletron, even though he's not really great. Well, we'll see what Atlanta can do here. And let's see what Atlanta can do here now. They're going to be at their own 25 to start off this drive. And then when we get a little break, I got another thing here about Zach Wilson. So we'll see here. So first down and 10, they're going to get a little Bijan Robinson run for 4 yards up to the 29 for a second down and 6 for the Falcons. So we'll see what they can do here, if they can keep this drive moving. So yeah, right now the big thing is you got to get Bijan in there. They go for a pass over the short middle intended for Drake London, but it falls incomplete. So that's not quite what you want to see. So third down and 6 now from the 29, and once again, Desmond Ridder is not the guy, I don't think. He's not the guy for Atlanta. And I've heard rumors that the Bears might be trading Justin Fields. And the Falcons have been watching that situation. Imagine this run-heavy offense with Justin Fields. Oh my gosh. That is insane. Well, as soon as you start slandering Desmond Ridder, he hits Jonnu Smith for 15 yards for a first down. Falcons at the 44-yard line. But yeah, so a report here out of the Jets to say that unless Zach Wilson plays well and clicks with the offense against the Chiefs, it's apparent his time as a starter could be closing out. basically saying that something needs to change and it's going to cost jobs. Meanwhile, Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh made no guarantees about their job before or after the Rodgers injury. So, just saying. Just saying. Bijan Robinson going to pick up 1 yard here on a run. So, 2nd down and 9 at the 45 coming up. But, yeah. It's a whole mess out of New York right now. And we'll see. So 2nd and 9 at the 45 for the Falcons. Still on their side of the field. We'll see what they can do with it. Going deep for London, but going to fall incomplete. Setting up a 3rd down and 9. Can the Falcons keep the drive going, or will it fall apart here? That is yet to be seen. 'Tis yet to be seen. So we'll have to take a look here. And content and oh my gosh, a 14-yard sack by Josh Allen. Absolutely incredible there. So that's going to set up a 4th down and 23 now. And the Falcons, yeah, they're clearly going to go for this, right? Clearly going to go for it. On 4th and 23, yeah, that's definitely what they're going to do. So, we'll have to see. And here comes the punt. It is back to the 9, returned up to the 18 for the Jaguars. All right, I need to plug this in, otherwise she gonna die, and I'm not gonna have any audio for the games today. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Just taking a look. Let's see. The Colts plan to open the 21-day practice window on Wednesday for Jonathan Taylor. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens out of that. Jonathan Taylor's been looking for a new team, but they might be bringing him back. We'll see. No reason talks, though, have been happening. So we'll have to see what happens there. But Jacksonville going to be taking over at their own 18 now. We'll see what they can do. And we do have a rookie starting today for the Las Vegas Raiders. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell, projected a 4th to 5th rounder, is going to be making his start today for the Raiders against the Chargers, as opposed to Brian Hoyer, which I think is the right move. It is the right move. So, yeah. Just kind of taking a look. And we'll see what Jacksonville can do. Up 10-0. Defensively, they're doing everything they need to do. And offensively, they're getting enough done. So, we'll have to see. Which is Sunday ticket. I might consider it. We'll see. Let's see, how much is it? Let's see, you're waiting now for what the Jaguars will do. Okay. So just taking a look here. And let's see, from the 18, going to hit Evan Engram for a gain of 5 yards here. And it was, it was a pass to Evan Engram that was fumbled. It was a gain of 3 yards, but fumbled. Recovered by Engram. What? Okay, what is going on here? So, okay, yeah, no, it's at the 22. It is at the 22. Okay. That was just a whole mess. So it's like 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, give or take. All right. And just taking a look here. Now it's under review. So I'm trying to figure out what happened there. So while they're reviewing that, we'll go ahead and take a look over at Twitter. And let's see. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Jacksonville's playing back-to-back weeks in London this week and next week. Next week at Tottenham Hotspur. Okay. So that means these next couple weeks we will be here at 8 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. I don't know why I said 8 a.m. 9:30 a.m. covering games. And after that, November 5th and November 12th, we'll be here once again covering games earlier in the morning again. Because that's the Frankfurt games. So we'll be here for the next good while covering London games and Frankfurt games. We'll see. Okay, so they're going to say it stands as called up at the 24, 2nd down and 5 for the Jags. Okay. Now that we know what the situation is. Oh, man. And let's just see here. Just taking a look around Twitter as well. All right. Miles Sanders is expected to play through a groin injury against the Vikings today. Just taking a look there. And now we have a 2nd down and 5 at the Jacksonville 24 for the Jaguars. So we'll see what they can do. And we'll take a look over a couple of other things while we have some time. Because right now we're just waiting for the next play, and it... Oh. They don't say who it was, but it was a pass completed for 3 yards. Don't know why they're not saying who it was to, but whatever. Whatever. Just take a look over here. All right. And let's see. 3rd down and 2 at the Jacksonville 27 now. And we'll see what the Falcons can do on defense. Oh, they do. They get themselves Trevor Lawrence going up the middle for only 1 yard. 4th down and 1 from the 28. So let's see. They're going to punt it, and that is a deep punt, pinning the Falcons back to their own 13-yard line. All right. And here we are with just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half here. And we'll see. We shall see. All right. So yeah, it's time to see what we can do and what the Falcons can do here on offense. They're going to need to get something going if they can. So we'll see. We shall see what they can do. Because they're going to need something big here. Yeah, let me check one other thing, and there we go. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's where I want to be. And the Falcons then go with a run for Algier for 5 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 5 at the 18-yard line. So we'll see how the Falcons can do. And we'll see. Okay. So we'll see now 3rd down and 8 after a loss of 3 by Tyler Algier. Setting up a 3rd down and 8 now at the Atlanta 15. And once again, the Jags defense just doing everything they got to do. Everything they got to do. Ugh. Any lone wolves this week? Well, let's take a look. Give me a second. Ugh. So, let's see here. NFL delivery going with the Packers was a lone wolf. As the Falcons get a big 1st down to Bijan Robinson. Going to pick up 9 yards at the Atlanta 24. But yeah, just taking a look here. NFL also going with Carolina. I'm lone wolf in Cleveland. NFL lone wolf in Washington. And Arizona too for this week. So here we go. And Desmond Ridder going to pick up 7 yards on a pass to Jonnu Smith up to the 31-yard line. Oh, in the meantime, I need to do something else too. I need to get David's fantasy team written down. So give me 2 seconds while I do that. All right, so on 2nd and 3, Algier getting a 4-yard run, and now the Falcons are getting moving. They have a 1st down and 10 at the Atlanta 35. All right. Arizona's going to get killed this week? I don't know about the getting killed. Are they going to win? No, but I don't know if they get killed. Desmond Ridder going to go for a pass to Kadero Hodge for a gain of 10, setting up a 1st down and 10 at the 45 now. All right. Let's see. First and 10 out the 45 after that Kadarius Hodge catch. And the Falcons offense is starting to get moving. And now Bijan Robinson with a run for 8 yards up the middle, setting up a second down and 2 in Jacksonville territory. So the Falcons are in Jags territory for the first time this game. So here we go. The Falcons trying to make this a game now. Defensively, they're stepping up, and offensively, they're getting done what they got to get done. All right. And they get the first down on a Bijan run for 2 yards to the Jacksonville 45 for a first down. With 5:20 to go and 2 timeouts for the Falcons. I completely forgot to take away timeouts earlier in this game. So, yeah, there we go. The Falcons having 2 timeouts left and 5:20 to go in this first half. So here we go. Ready to see here the Falcons on first and 10 at the Jacksonville 45. Bijan is getting involved now. He has 5 carries for 14 yards in the run game. Most of that coming from recently. And let's see. Waiting now on the first and 10 play here for the Falcons. And we'll see where they go. Oh my gosh! Jacksonville with an absolutely monstrous pick 6. Desmond Ridder throwing to London, intercepted by Darius Williams at the Jacksonville 39, and it's ran all the way back for a pick 6. Well, Atlanta had a drive going. They really did. I mean, they did. They did until they blew it. And the PAT is good. Oh my gosh. Well, that was bad for Atlanta. You had it moving, and then you just throw an interception, a pick 6. Wow. That was bad. That took away all momentum that Atlanta had. Atlanta was starting to storm back, too, and then just boom. They cut the win percentage from 78.3% Jacksonville to 71.7%, and now it's up to 90.3%. That just took away everything they had. Absolutely everything they had. So, yeah. Not quite what we were wanting to see out of that. So now Atlanta will get the ball back. Presumably at their own 25-yard line. Ugh. So here we go. It's time to see what the Falcons can do in retaliation. I mean, it is brutal. Absolutely brutal there. Let's go ahead and reload this. As we're waiting for the game, we're going to check some Twitter. So both Tyler Biandez and Zach Martin are expected to play versus the Patriots for the Cowboys today. And Zeke is expected to get starter reps this week. Okay, Desmond! Desmond! What was that pass? I'm seeing the replay now for that pick 6. Ridder literally throws it into tight man coverage. My dude. He throws it into a tight man coverage. What was that? That was bad. That was bad. So we'll see. The Falcons going to start off at their own 25-yard line now. Okay. So we'll see. Now the Falcons going to start their own 25. No! What? Derek Carr is expected to play despite the AC sprain in his throwing shoulder. Okay. Okay. That's not what I was looking at. So we'll see. Oh man. I don't believe that. So here we go. Oh my gosh. Desmond Ridder. Desmond. Another interception. Oh my gosh. And I was high on you being the guy this offseason, my dude. Intended for Kyle Pitts, intercepted by Siasco. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So now the Jags are 2nd and 9 at the Atlanta 15 after a 1-yard run by Etienne. Oh boy. So here we go. Gonna hit Christian Kirk now for a gain of 7 to the Atlanta 8. 3rd down and 2 at the Atlanta 8-yard line. You think Kaepernick to Atlanta? No. Kaepernick's not gonna be in the NFL again. There's no way. So. Oh, man. So, we'll see. 3rd down and 2. Let's see. They go for Etienne. Picks up 1 yard. 4th down and 1. I would expect the Jags to go for this, though, because they are pinned deep. They would pin Atlanta deep if they miss it. As long as nothing insane happens. So we'll see. Do they go for it? They do, and Lawrence is sacked at the 12. So the Falcons taking over at their own 12-yard line. All right. So yeah, let's take a look. All right. And Atlanta's going backwards. False start penalty, 5 yards. Oh my gosh, Atlanta. So yeah. So let's just take a look here. 1st and 15 at their own 7 now for the Falcons. He's didn't throw an interception. That is true. His last 2 throws, but the thing is, his last 2 throws have been intercepted. And now they're going to run it with Bijan Robinson for a gain of 4 to the 11. 2nd and 11 from the 11. All right. And we'll see here. That is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. But the one player I am interested to see if he plays is David Njoku. And they're not going to know if he can play until he tries putting on a helmet because of burn injuries. So we'll see. We will see. But man. This is just, oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Big news out of Cleveland here. Potentially. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It looks like Deshaun Watson's not going to be playing with his injury. So we have word here from Rappaport saying Deshaun Watson is not able to play today, source says. The Browns turn to their backup. And it was Brad Stainbrook saying DTR is starting today. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. There'll be Dorian Thompson-Robinson. All right. So that is going to be their starter today, it looks like, for the Browns. Hopefully that defense can carry him. We'll see. Now let's see. Ritter gonna actually not throw an interception. He throws it and it's gonna be caught by London for a gain of 7 yards. How ironic. London catches a pass in London. All right. Is it defense wins games? Yeah, we'll see if that's the case in the Browns. We're going to throw to Bijan Robinson, and that's a first down, and then going to go deep to Mac Hollins, but it's not going to be a first down. With a minute, or it's incomplete actually, with 1:36 to go in the first half. All right. So from their own 23, the Falcons trying to get something going. And they're going to go for a pass. Going to be a gain of 8 to Kyle Pitts over the middle. Actually, over to the right. Setting up a 3rd down and 2 from the Atlanta 31 for the Falcons. This should prevent defense. Does not prevent anything. Well, we'll see. And that is a 4th down and 2. Jacksonville going to use their 2nd timeout here. All right. So 4th and 2, the Falcons probably going to have to punt this one away. Yep, they're going to punt it. Christian Kirk going to take it and for a fair catch at their own 20. So here we go. Ready to see what the Jaguars can do. Let's go ahead and flip that arrow before I forget. Bada bing, bada boom. And here we go. So let's see your 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 20 for the Jaguars coming up. We'll see what they can do. Gonna go to Christian Kirk for a gain of 6 with 56 seconds to go. They're not gonna go. They're not going deep. They're not really going for it here. And gonna go for Christian Kirk again, falling incomplete with 36 seconds to go. And here we are, 36 ticks. Let's see what the Jaguars can do. Probably just going to try to take it in, I would imagine. And let's see it. Waiting to see on 3rd down and 4 what the Jags got. Going to go over the middle of Christian Kirk for a gain of 16. 33 seconds and rolling to go. What is that? I don't know who's trying to message me, but All right. Gonna go once again to Christian Kirk. Going to Christian Kirk a lot, but it falls incomplete with 27 seconds left. Go ahead and open up the Discord over there. All right, so 1st and 10 for the, or 2nd and 10, sorry, for the Jaguars at their own 42. 27 seconds left to go. You're getting close to field goal range to make it a 20-point game at half. So we'll see. Never mind. Trevor Lawrence is sacked by Bud Dupree. So a loss of 7, pinning him back to the 35. And this is probably where the Jags just take it in. Yep, that takes us to half. I don't know what I'm hearing over there, but I'm hearing something. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this over to half. HALF. And we are at halftime. So, we'll see. We'll take a look real quick at some of the stats of this game. We'll take a look over at the box score while we have some time. So, we'll take a look starting over at the quarterback comparisons. We have Desmond Ridder at 9 for 14 for 73 yards, 5.2 yards on average. No touchdowns, but 2 interceptions that came on back-to-back plays. That is not really what you want to see. He's also taken 3 sacks for 22 yards. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence is 13 for 18 for 128 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 2 sacks for 12 yards. Miles better than Desmond Ridder. Rushing attack, you got Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier for the Falcons, combining for 11 carries for 26 yards, no touchdowns. Bijan having 7 of those carries for 18 of those yards. Jacksonville, you have a lot of rushers. Basically, your top rushers are Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Lawrence with 3 carries for 29 yards, no touchdowns. Etienne with 6 carries, 21 yards, and no touchdowns. Combining for a total of all their rushers of 13 carries for 58 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving, Bijan Robinson leading the pack again for Atlanta, 4 receptions for 26 yards, no touchdowns. And all their receivers combining for 9 receptions for 73 yards. Jacksonville, on the other hand, Christian Kirk leading the way, 6 receptions for 71 yards and no touchdowns. Calvin Ridley with 1 reception for 30 yards and a touchdown. Overall, the Jaguars receiving corps combining for 13 receptions, 128 yards, and 1 touchdown. Taking a look defensively, the Falcons have their 2 sacks coming from Bud Dupree and David Onyemata. I think it's Onyemata. Meanwhile, the Jaguars, 3 sacks, 2 of them coming from Josh Allen, 1 from Trayvon Walker. 2 interceptions for the Jaguars coming from Darius Williams and Andre Sisco. And that is about it. The Jaguars have not had to punt this game at all, they have not had to punt at all. Or no, they have had to punt, but I think it was a fair catch. No punt returns at all, though. Yeah, Logan Cook has punted twice, getting 113 yards. But Brandon Pinion, 4 punts for 230 yards. All right. So that's kind of what our halftime stats are looking like. We compare team stats. Total plays, 33 to 28 in favor of the Jags. Total yards, 174 to 77 in favor of the Jags. Just not really looking great for the Falcons all around here. They are just not doing what they got to do. They're not taking advantage of situations whenever they have them. And interceptions are killers. Interceptions are just killers. That's what we're learning from Atlanta. 2 back-to-back interceptions. Back-to-back interceptions. That was bad. That was bad for Ridder. So, not what you want to see out of your future franchise quarterback. But alas, that's where we were. Although it wasn't really great. But I shall be right back. I need to run and use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. And it is time to just take a look here, take some time at the half, see where we are standing with everything. We've already looked over our halftime stats, but let's see here. What an insane trade this would be. What an insane trade this would be. Steelers trade TJ Watt, 3 first-rounders, and Pickens for the first overall pick, Caleb. Yeah, no, that's not happening. No. You're not giving up George Pickens, TJ Watt, and 3 first-rounders for anything. Oh, I wouldn't say anything, but you wouldn't trade it for anything short of first overall pick this year, a star player, and all that. You would not give up all that. So, we're just going to take a look here over on Twitter while we have some time. But yeah, this is just pretty rough. Oh, man. But yeah, just taking a look here. Ugh. This is a brutal game for Atlanta. They had things going, too. They had stuff moving. But then they had those 2 back-to-back interceptions, which killed anything they had. Like, if we take a look at that drive before the interceptions, right? Let's take a look here. So, the first one was a pick 6. That drive started all the way back at the Atlanta 13, and they had moved the ball all the way to the Jacksonville 45-yard line. And it was in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. They moved to the Jacksonville 45-yard line. Then Desmond Ridder throws a pick 6 and a massive return. It was a 61-yard return. And then he throws another interception, and then it just completely falls apart from there. So, I just go to show you how much confidence can make a move. So, we'll see. We will have to see. But, you know, right now, the way things are working out, we're chilling. We're chilling and ready to see how the Falcons can respond in the start of the second half, because the Falcons will start with the ball here. The Falcons have had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives, ending in 4 punts and 2 interceptions. The Jaguars, on the other hand, have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives themselves. 1 ending in a touchdown, 1 ending in a field goal. The other ones ending in turnover on downs or punts. So we'll see what the Jaguars can do here in the second half. Defensively, they're going to have a relatively easy start because Desmond Ridder is just not looking great. So we'll have to see. We will have to see how they play and how they fare. Let's just see here. Just taking a look here around the league. So we'll see. Yeah, that pick 6 though really took away any sort of momentum that they had. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out here. Wait a minute. Oh, that's not up to date. Okay. There we go. Now everything's up to date. So we'll see here. Oh, man. Ready to see? I'm ready for the second half, though, at this point. I mean, time of possession has been relatively balanced. 14-17 for the Falcons, 15-43 for the Jags. Pretty close to 1-1. Turnovers, 2 committed by Atlanta. 7 first downs for Jacksonville to 6 to Atlanta. And 174 total yards to 77 total yards in favor of Jacksonville. I didn't light something on fire. I didn't light it on fire. So we'll see. Man. I like how the Bears are still like, yeah, Justin's our guy. He's not. So, just taking a little look here around the league and around Twitter. All right. But yeah, just taking a look here. Oh, man. No, AB was not right about everything. Antonio Brown making saying, I know you know, AB was right about everything. No. 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 That was just bad. Let's see. You see the biggest offseason trade by a team? Honestly? Are you talking this coming off season or this past off season? We're getting ready to start the third quarter here, so the Falcons will be getting the ball. Let's go ahead and give the air over to Atlanta. Alright, just kind of scrolling Twitter as well at the same time. As we're getting ready to see. So, 1st and 10 at the 25. And Algier going to get a run. And oh my gosh, Bijan Robinson. So it was a 9-yard run up to the 34. And then Bijan Robinson with a massive 38-yard run down to the Jacksonville 28. Oh, man. That was just bad. That was bad for the Jags defense. Atlanta is actually now starting to move the ball. They might be able to make a little push here. This coming off season, well, Jonathan Taylor will be out of contract, so that's not going to happen. Unless they tag and trade. The Colts could tag and trade. So that is an option. They could tag and trade. Bijan Robinson going to get a run. 3-yard run to the 25. Kirk's going to be off contract. They're not going to tag him to trade him. There's just not really trade value for Kirk. I am not sure offhand. I think it's a little too early to tell that. I'm thinking I can't really come up with anything huge right now. So I think we're a little too early for that, but there's a lot of potential. So they end up going now. It's 3rd and 7 after an incomplete pass to Kyle Pitts, and they get Kadero Hodge for a 9-yard completion. 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 16. The Falcons are in the red zone for the first time today. All right. We'll see what they can do. They're in the red zone for the first time today. Bijan Robinson getting a yard on a run. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the Jacksonville 15. And we'll see what the Falcons can do here. Still just waiting to see what they end up going for. And let's see. Still 2nd and 9. We still haven't had that play just yet. Going for Tyler Algier, but it falls incomplete. So here we go. Oh, Sunman, welcome. How you doing? We're just getting some early football going here. We have a total of 14 hours of football straight block streaming for you guys. Streaming at 9:30, we have this game, which is still going on, obviously. As it's 3rd and 9 for the Falcons now at the Jacksonville 15. But at 1 p.m. we'll be streaming Rams Colts. At 4:25 p.m. we'll be streaming Patriots Cowboys. And at 8:20 p.m. we'll be streaming Chiefs Jets. As Atlanta gets a touchdown in London to Drake London, 17-6. I have Lawrence over 33.5 attempts this game. Well, he hasn't had a drive yet this half, and he is over halfway there. He's at 18 attempts right now. So, wait, why am I trying to edit the Jag score? The Falcons just scored. And they get the PAT to make it a 17-7 game. Hopefully you didn't have anything on Deshaun Watson there, son, man, because Deshaun Watson ain't playing. Unless you picked him under. If you picked him under anything, you're good. Because he ain't playing. But so we'll see here now. The Jags about ready to get the ball for the first time this half. Now I only got Lawrence. All right, good, because Deshaun Watson ain't playing today. Jacksonville money line. Okay. So we'll see now what the Jags can do now, up by 10. And we'll see what they can do. The Falcons just put together a masterful drive once again. Like I was saying before this game here, if the Jaguars have trouble stopping Bijan, they're going to have trouble stopping this offense. If they stop Bijan, they have an easy win. The first half, they stopped Bijan every time you turn around. He had like only 30 yards rushing or something like that before. Let's just actually take a look here. So Bijan got this last drive rushing. He got 1 yard. He got 4 yards. 42 yards. So yeah, he got 42 yards this drive. He is at a total of 60 rushing. He had 18 yards rushing at half. And it showed. The Jags were up 17-0. Now that Bijan got going, they got a touchdown. So we'll see. We will see. Hopefully the Jaguars can get something going here. But we shall have to see how this plays out. All right. And man, it's been a good game so far. It has been a good game so far, I do have to say. So, look, I am at the wrong thing. That's the right thing. There we go. All right. So it is going to be a touchback now for the Jaguars, going to start off at their own 25. And we'll see what they can do. It's going to be a big drive for Jacksonville here. Can they keep the momentum going from the last half? That is what's yet to be seen. Once again, Lawrence hitting his favorite target. Or no, not his favorite target. Calvin Ridley. This is only the second time Ridley's been hit today. For a gain of 8. Second down and 2 now at the 33 for the Jaguars. But Christian Kirk has been having himself a big day. 6 receptions for 71 yards thus far. So we'll have to see. But second down and 2 coming up here now for the Jaguars. What can they do? Can they keep the momentum rolling here and get themselves another touchdown to make it up? Claypool maybe was last. So Chicago's a healthy scratch. Indicated the Bears are not using him correctly. Yeah, the thing is, Claypool is basically a situation of the talent is there and the physique is there. He just has not had the work ethic to show it. Even going back to his days in Pittsburgh, I mean, he was solid, but he wasn't, like, great. We have a Jacksonville Jaguars timeout after a nice first down play. Trevor Lawrence going to ETN for 4 yards. Let's go ahead and get that timeout taken off. That is like the most Indiana-based meme. The classic map of Indiana, out Indiana, and the Rams say, "Can confirm, we are here." But yeah. We'll see what the Jaguars can do here. And they're going to get themselves a 3-yard run with Etienne. Etienne having himself a solid day. He has 24 yards on the ground. If we take a look at the box score and look at his receiving stats, so he's on 7 carries, 24 yards. Receiving, he has 3 receptions for 17 yards. So he is at a total of like 41 yards. With 3 receptions, he is at like 7 points. Fantasy. So we'll see. 2nd and 7 at the Jacksonville 40 here. So here we go. Let's take a look. Gonna go and get a little 5-yard pass to Luke Farrell for a... Oh, wait a minute. What? What happened? The Jacksonville 47 was 2nd and 7, gain of 7 yards. So I think it's a 1st down and 10 here. They have it listed as 3rd down and 10, but it should be a 1st and 10 if I'm not mistaken. So We will see. So, yeah, 2nd and 10 after a run for no gain for ETN is what it was. There it was. Okay, now we're all caught up. So, a run for no gain for ETN. Going to set up a 2nd and 10 at their own 47 for the Jaguars. And we'll see. We will see. Right now, the Jaguars trying to keep things moving here, and they are looking solid. They are looking solid, don't get me wrong. So we'll see. With 8:14 to go, 2nd and 10. This is in the 3rd quarter, by the way. And a pass to Tim Jones, going to go backwards for a yard. So going to lose a yard on the play. 3rd down and 11 at their own 46 for the Jaguars. And we'll see what they can do. Oh, man. So it's time to see here. 7:35 and rolling remaining on 3rd and 11. Lawrence going to go. It goes incomplete to Jamichael Hasty. So 4th and 11 at the 46. We are looking at a punt. And the Atlanta Falcons are showing life in this half. They are showing life. So, man. Now we have a punt going all the way back to the Atlanta 7 by Logan Cook. Just like that. So 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 7 for the Falcons coming up. All right. That is, okay, that's not football related. Okay, don't know why it's on my Twitter there. But we'll see here. Deshaun Watson is not going to be playing today, too, by the way. So, for any of you guys who might have Deshaun Watson in your fantasy leagues, take him out of your starting lineups. There's no way that happened. No way. Well, that's embarrassing for the TV network. There was a touchdown on a college game yesterday, and it said, first name, last name, 1 yard touchdown run. So have a great day, first name, last name. Oh, man. So, yeah, we are ready to see what the Falcons can do here on offense after getting themselves a nice drive at the hands of Bijan Robinson. So, we'll see. How bad was the hit last week by Keith Smith that got fined $87K? I did not hear about that. I did not hear about that. Let's see. I did not hear about that. So here, I'm watching the play here. I couldn't even see it. Oh, he was leading with the helmet is what it was. That was what it was. All right. Just now waiting for the Falcons to do their thing. Okay. So we'll see here. All right. So let's see. They're going to go for offsetting penalties on the first play. All right. So first down and 10 now at the Atlanta 7. All right. Well, they're going to get a nice little Bijan run for a gain of 9 yards, setting up a 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line. What in the world? Go, Grandpa running in the water? So Bijan Robinson getting a nice little run here, a gain of 2 for a first down and 10 at the Atlanta 18. I was just scrolling Twitter and I found this tweet, right? It said, is that a goal? I think it's at the Ryder Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Or it says, we got a fan in the water. It's this old dude just running across the green and just diving into the water. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right. Atlanta going deep to Kyle Pitts, falling incomplete. We have 5:36 left in the third. Okay. So 2nd and 10 coming up at the Atlanta 18. And here we go. Getting another big Bijan Robinson run. Jacksonville, you gotta contain this guy. 21 yards up to the Atlanta 39 for a first down Falcons. Oh, yeah. Man. So, yeah. Oh, man. So, here we go. 1st and 10 of the Atlanta 39 for the Falcons. And we have a timeout. Oh, TV timeout, it looks like. So we're just going to wait up over here and just take a little look around things. While we got some time, we'll go ahead and scroll some Twitter. Alright, and let me go over my lists. Wow. Okay, so we should be back momentarily for this game, for this first down and 10 play of the Atlanta 39 for the Falcons. Let's see what they do. Bijan is getting going in this half. He is really getting going in this half here. So, we'll see. We'll have to see. Still waiting on that play here. It should be coming momentarily, I would expect. So some sort of TV timeout or something, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. But now we have 5 rookie quarterbacks starting today. That is a high for the season. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson have all been gimmies. You have Aiden O'Connell of the Raiders and Dorian Thompson-Robinson of the Browns. All starting today. So, we'll see. Desmond Ridder going to go to Kyle Pitts for a first down at Jacksonville's 48-yard line. So they are starting to move the ball now effectively. And Jacksonville's now going to be on their heels. All right. So first and 10 at the Jacksonville 48 for the Falcons. And it's time to see. As Tyler Algier goes for a loss of 4 yards on a pass to him. All right. So now the Falcons looking all right, but needing to get some more points. They're still down 10 points. Don't know why it took me a second to do that math. But yeah. Let's see. Which of the rookie quarterbacks are going to have the best game today? Well, it ain't going to be Bryce Young. I don't think it's going to be Dorian or the Browns. As Ridder goes to throw towards Mac Hollins and it falls incomplete. So 3rd and 14 at the Atlanta 48 for the Falcons. I don't think O'Connell has a great day. I mean, he could because that Chargers defense isn't really as great. So it really comes down to CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. And I think Richardson has the better day. Just because of the fact that the Steelers have a front 7 and a secondary. The Rams just have Aaron Donald. You have some secondary, but it's nowhere near as good as the Steelers. So I think even though Anthony Richardson's less NFL ready than CJ Stroud, I think he's going to have the better day today. And now we have a penalty on Jonnu Smith for a false start. 3rd and 19 at the Atlanta 43. The Falcons are self-imploding. They are just completely imploding right now on themselves. So we'll see. Derek Carr, though, is planning to start for the Saints today, which is surprising. All right. Bijan Robinson getting the call here on a pass. But it's only going to be 6-yard gain. So 4th and 13, pretty much midfield. The Atlanta 49. And they're going to punt this one away to Christian Kirk for the fair catch at the 10-yard line. All right. So we'll see here. The nice thing is, if this game keeps moving, I can still get some lunch before this. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a chance to eat all day. So, because we're doing 4 games today. We're covering 4. I will be here for all 4. So, don't you worry. I'll be here for all 4 games. So if you guys want to watch all day football, go ahead and hit subscribe so you get notified, and ring the bell so you get notified when we start all these streams today. Because we'll be doing a whopping 4 total streams today. It's going to be a busy day. But we do it. We do it. And we'll see what the Jaguars can do here if they can get something to almost put this game away. Let's go ahead and check a couple of other things here. And bada bang, bada boom. Okay, and bada boom. Check the Discord. All right. There we go. I can just do that. There we go. That works a lot better. All right. Nope, I do not have bowling tonight. Give me 1 second here to get things situated. And the Jaguars going to go to Evan Engram for a first down on 2nd and 7. So I'm sorry, I did miss a play on that, but we have a 2nd and 7 now. That was turned into a 1st and 10 after a 10-yard gain for Evan Engram at the Jacksonville 23. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, boy. Offensive holding. So it's going to be a 1st and 20 now at the Jacksonville 13 for the Jags. We'll see. We shall see. All right, so what do the Jags have in store here? Officially active Derek Carr, David Njoku, and Miles Sanders. Officially inactive Deshaun Watson and Chase Claypool. As they go to Evan Engram once again for 10 yards up to the Jacksonville 23. That was very familiar. We did that play just a couple plays ago. And DeMar Hamlin is going to be playing his first game back since suffering cardiac arrest last year. Oh, here we go. Official inactives for Rams Colts. Darrell Baker Jr., Sam Ehlinger, Ryan Kelly, Isaiah Land, Will Mallory, Cameron McGrone, and Bernard Raymond. I'll just go ahead and go to Around the NFL. They should have injury report or inactives today coming out. Yep, okay, we have a bunch of inactives here coming out. So we'll go ahead and start off with the Ravens when we have time here. Travis Etienne going to go for a 3-yard run on 2nd and 10, so 3rd down and 7. But let's go ahead and go through the inactives for the Baltimore Ravens this week against the Browns. We have wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver Rashad Bateman, free safety Marcus Williams, quarterback Marlon Humphrey, tackle Ronnie Staley, outside linebacker Odafe Owe, and quarterback Josh Johnson, who is the 3rd quarterback. All right. Now we'll go ahead and do the Dolphins one here soon. Let's just take a look here. Do we not have a play yet? Okay, we do have a play. Christian Kirk on the reception for a gain of 11. First down for the Jags at their own 37. But now for the Dolphins inactives, they have Skylar Thompson, who is the emergency third quarterback, linebacker Jalen Phillips, safety Deshaun Elliott, quarterback Eli Apple, offensive lineman Connor Williams, and tight end Tyler Kroft. And that does take us to the end of the third quarter here after that play. All right, so now we have Tennessee Titans inactives. You have linebacker Luke Gifford, defensive back Elijah Molden, offensive lineman Peter Skoronski, quarterback Will Levis, wide receiver Treylon Burks, and offensive lineman Jalen Duncan. If we take a look for the Buffalo Bills inactives, we have safety Jordan Poyer, cornerback Khair Elam, guard Jermaine Ifedi, tackle Alec Anderson, and defensive tackle Poona Ford. We also have the Bears inactives report in. We have defensive back Eddie Jackson, quarterback Nathan Peterman. Wait, he's still in the NFL? Jeez. Defensive back Jalen Johnson, wide receiver Chase Claypool, and running back to Deontay Foreman. Philadelphia Eagles inactives, we have wide receiver Quez Watkins, quarterback Tanner McKee, who's their third quarterback, safety Sidney Brown, and safety Justin Evans, running back Rashad Penny, offensive lineman Tyler Steen, and defensive tackle Moro Ojomo. So let's go ahead and reload this, see if we got more injury reports in. No, we do not. Let's see if I can find injury reports for today's game. So let's see here. Inactive reports week 4. Okay. While we're still in between quarters here, we're just kind of taking a look at the inactive reports for this game. Go ahead and search up lists, see if I can find one for every team. There we go. I'm going to follow this list. So there we go. We're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter here. Okay, so we do have more inactive reports here. We have the Texans inactive reports. We have quarterback Tavier Thomas, linebacker Denzel Perryman, quarterback Case Keenum, running back Dare. That's the last name. Agambawale, center guard Michael Dieter, tackle Josh Jones, and tackle Laramie Tunsil. For the Minnesota Vikings, we have safety Lewis Sine, defensive back Jaron Hall, tight end Nick Muse, center Garrett Bradbury, and defensive lineman Karis Tonga. Meanwhile, the Jags here had a 1st and 10, and oh man, they are down now 2nd and 6 to the Atlanta 40 for a gain of 4 yards. All right. So now we'll go ahead here and see what the Jags have in store now. It is a 2nd and 6 from the Atlanta 40. So we'll take a look here. Going to run with Travis Etienne again for no gain. Stopped by Jeff Okuda. Let's take a look here. So we have the Saints inactives as well. Here's the inactives for the Saints. Quarterback Paulson Adebo. Safety Jordan Howden, quarterback Jake Lutton, tight end Foster Moreau, receiver A.T. Perry, defensive end Kyle Phillips, and guard Cesar Ruiz. For the Buccaneers, they have cornerback Jamel Dean, linebacker Servakia Dennis, tight end Payne Durham, defensive lineman Elijah Cansey, cornerback Derek Pitts, tackle Brandon Walton, and linebacker Marquise Watts. Are the inactive reports for Bucks Saints. Meanwhile, Lawrence going to scramble for 10 yards of his own to get the ball to a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Falcons. The Jags are going to try to run a lot more. I think, unfortunately, for Sunman, Lawrence needs 7 more passing attempts. I don't know if he has 7 more in him. But we have the Panthers inactives as well. We have running back Raheem Blackshear, wide receiver Jonathan Mingo, safety Xavier Woods, cornerback Sam Webb, linebacker Deion Jones, and offensive tackle David Sharp. All right. And they're going to go to ETN once again on the ground for a gain of 3 down to the 27. Okay, we also have the Steelers inactives here as well. We'll get those in a second here. So Lawrence going to pass. That's the Christian Kirk. So Lawrence only needing 7 or 6 more attempts for Sunman to hit his over. Going to Christian Kirk for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 5 at the Atlanta 25. Coming up for the Jags. But for the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, we have their inactives. Oh, that's a problem. Quarterback Mason Rudolph is the 3rd quarterback. Punter Presley Harvin is inactive. Offensive lineman James Daniels. Wide receiver Gunnar Olszewski. And nose tackle Braden Fehoko. Presley Harvin's a big loss for the Steelers. He's been a solid punter this year. Very solid for the Steelers. Yeah, but they won't need to punt at all. They just won't have to punt at all today. They'll just score on every drive. Go ahead and hit this with a reload. And Lawrence going deep to Jamichael Hasty, but not going to get home. So it falls incomplete, 4th down and 5 at the Atlanta 25. So just like that, the Jags are going to probably kick a field goal to make it a 13-point game again. I would imagine. And that they do to make it 20-7. As the Falcons are about ready to gain possession of the ball. All right, so we're going to take a look, see if we have any more inactive reports to report on. As those are starting to come in here. And not really seeing quite a lot. As we're scrolling Twitter. So just to make sure we know what we have hit the Titans, we have hit the Eagles, the Bucks, the Saints, the Colts, the Steelers, Texans, the Browns, I believe we hit. No, the Ravens we hit. The Bears we hit. The Panthers we hit. And the Bills we hit. And the Dolphins. Or no, the Dolphins we hit. And the Bills, yeah. So we'll just keep looking. Those reports are going to be coming out. Slowly but surely. Just trying to keep an eye on that. While we have some time, might as well report on the inactive reports for today for the 1 p.m. slate of games. And we'll see what happens here with just over 10.5 minutes to go here. The Jaguars boasting a 13-point lead. And here we go. The Falcons still having 3 timeouts, though. And they're about ready to get the ball back. So they can make it a 1-possession game here. And if the defense can hold up, Anything's possible. Let's go ahead and hit the reload on this again. Just trying to keep up to date on this. All right. So right now, we're ready to see what the Falcons can do and if they can keep Bijan running. I mean, Bijan has had an explosive second half. He's now at 13 carries for 92 yards. So, just simply taking a look there is pretty big. Okay. So, yep, it is time to see what the Falcons can do. They're going to start their own 25-yard line here. Okay, so we do have the Broncos inactives as well for today. We have safety Justin Simmons and safety J.L. Skinner, linebackers Josie Jewell and Frank Clark, defensive end Ronnie Perkins, center Alex Forsyth, and defensive tackle Mike Purcell. Whoopsies. Okay, let's head back over to the list as we wait for the Falcons to start their drive here. And we'll see, going to go deep to Mac Hollins already, and it falls incomplete, though. 2nd and 10. All right. Let's just see if we have any. Oh, we do have. Okay, so we also have Washington's inactives today. So we'll go through those here after we cover the Algier run for 4 yards to the Atlanta 29. But for the Commanders, we have Chris Rodriguez, running back, defensive end KJ Henry, offensive tackle Trent Scott, guard Chris Paul, tight end Curtis Hodges, and wide receiver Mitchell Tinsley. Meanwhile, the Browns, they have quarterback Deshaun Watson, cornerback Khalif Halisi, safety Ronnie Hickman, center Luke Weipler, defensive end Isaiah McGuire, defensive tackles Saiki Ika, and tight end Zaire Mitchell Payton. As the Falcons gonna hit Drake London here for a gain of 6 up to the 35 with a first down. Just trying to see here. It looks like that's all we have in terms of injury reports, I believe. And inactive reports. Yeah, that would be all. We do have the Bengals one in, though. So we'll take a look at that. As the Falcons, Desmond Ridder going to scramble for a gain of 6 up to the 41. All right. So, yeah, ready to see what the Falcons can do. Oh, man. And, oh, my gosh, Bijan Robinson with a 13-yard run to the Jacksonville 46 for a first down and 10. Are you kidding me? I went to a Rams game a couple years ago in Lucas Oil Stadium, and the Rams, they didn't do much of that interaction unless I wasn't there early enough. Man, that sucks. They out there all interacting with all the Rams fans, and man, I was there. I was wearing this jersey. I had a Rams undershirt. I had my Rams hat. I had everything. Man, that sucks. And that was on the Super Bowl run, too. Oh my gosh! Desmond Ridder hitting Jonnu Smith to the Jacksonville 13 for a gain of 33. 1st and 10 now at the Jacksonville 13 for the Falcons, as they are sitting now with 8:05 to go in regulation, down 13 points. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the Bengals inactives for today as well. The Bengals have quarterback DJ Ivey, linebacker Devin Harper, linebacker Akeem Davis-Gaither, center Trey Hill, offensive tackle Jackson Carman, and tight end Irv Smith Jr. all as inactives this week. All right. And Algier going to run, but it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. So 2nd and 15 at the Jacksonville 18-yard line. All right. Waiting to see now what the Falcons can do here. We'll see. As we have a 2nd and 15 from the Jacksonville 18. Oh, man. So, waiting now on the play. They're taking a while for this play. I mean, something big might have happened. And quite possibly it did. That's the thing that I hate about being kept in the dark like this. But, yeah. We're in the dark right now. Waiting to see what the play on 2nd and 15 is going to be. And we'll see what they do. And it's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Michael Pruitt. And we'll see. We will see what they do on 3rd down and 15. You're possibly considering going for it here. So we'll see. We'll see what the Falcons opt to do. Oh, you're definitely going for it here. 4th down and 3 at the Jacksonville 6 after a pass to Jonnu Smith for 12 yards. So we'll see. Falcons starting to put together a decent drive right now. So we'll see how this plays out. 4th and 3, you're going for it. I can guarantee that. All right, so we'll see what they go here. 4th down and 3 at the Jacksonville 6. And it is incomplete, intended for Drake London. The Jags will take over. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look while we have a minute here if we got any more injury reports or inactive reports. There we go. I was waiting for the Rams inactives. I know we needed the Rams. So let's hear. We needed... Who did we need? We needed the... I think that was the last one we needed. Was the Rams. Yeah, that was it. That was the last injury report we needed for today. So here we go. Inactives for the Los Angeles Rams. Running back Zach Evans. Offensive lineman Zach Thomas and Alaric Johnson, and then defensive end Ernest Brown IV. Which is good. We still have some of our players we lost last week. But let's see here. Going to keep an eye over there, and we are ready to go and see what we've got. As the Jags now have 6 minutes. All right. Just kind of scrolling through here on Twitter, seeing what we've got rolling. All right. So the ball is at the Jacksonville Jaguars 6-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Jags. All right. And here we go. We're going to run with Travis Etienne for a gain of 3. Get the drive started. Okay, I need to uninstall and reinstall. All right. So we have a 2nd down and 7 at the 9 for the Jaguars. And we'll see where they go. They're going to burn a lot of clock now while they can. Because they will have a lot of time that they can burn. All right. Just kind of scrolling Twitter as well in between plays as Evan Engram getting hit for a 9-yard gain up to the Jacksonville 18 with just under 5.5 minutes to go in regulation. The Jags are burning a lot of clock. And it's a 1st down and 10 at the 18. So we'll see. You're going to get a run with Travis Etienne for a gain of 1 yard now. All right. And the Falcons going to burn a timeout here. All right. Okay, so do they not have Fox Bet Super 6 anymore? Like, NFL Challenge? Let me take a look. Let me delete this account and then I'll create a new account. Maybe that's the issue. I'm trying to figure this out here. Oh my gosh! Defensive pass interference. Hold on 1 second. Oh my God, that was a huge penalty. A 40-yard penalty for a pass interference against the Falcons on a pass intended for Calvin Ridley. That's going to give them a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 41 with 4:34 to go. Yeah, I don't know why I can't do this, but I can't do the Fox Bet Super 6 Pick'em. That sucks. And they're going to run with Travis Etienne again. Going to burn a lot of clock here. Let's see. Okay, I can't. But 2nd and 9 now at the Atlanta 40. Let me try turning or plugging this phone in. All right, so a 3rd down and 3. The Falcons going to use their 2nd timeout after another run for Travis Etienne. Yeah, this stupid thing won't charge anymore. That sucks. But here we go, 3rd down and 3. And they are going to get the 1st down with a Trevor Lawrence run for a gain of 7. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 27, and this game is all but over at this point. Atlanta using their last time out here. And we'll see what happens, but right now it ain't looking pretty. It ain't looking pretty. It ain't looking Brock Purdy neither. All right. Now at this point, they just need 2 1st downs, basically. 2 1st downs ends it. They're just going to run out the clock as much as they can now because they know they can. So, we'll see them run out the clock significantly here. All right. So, yeah, we have a 2nd and 8 coming down. Now they're going to take it under 3 minutes for the next play. And they're going to run again with 2:52. They're going to run with Etienne once again for a gain of 3, setting up a 3rd down and 5 at the Atlanta 22. And they're going to get one more play before the 2-minute warning. So you're going to need 2 1st downs, so I was incorrect. You need 2 1st downs, but 1 1st down, you still basically do anything you can to put this thing away. You're going to give your opponent 40 seconds with the ball, down 16. So the Jaguars are going to use their 2nd timeout before the 2-minute warning, burn as much time as they can. Now they're going to run one more play before the 2-minute warning, and then that will be the end of this game, just about. Let's go ahead and check up on the fantasy football side of things. See how things are rolling. I had nothing in this league. I had Christian Kirk. He was projected 14.22. Christian Kirk has 16.4. Okay. Okay, let's see it. Okay. As we're getting close to the 2-minute warning here. Going to run with Travis Etienne again. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning at a 4th down and 3. It was kind of unfortunate timing there, the way Atlanta used their timeouts, but Atlanta did the right thing. They used their timeouts to give themselves about 2 minutes with the ball. Just about. And here we go. Here at the 2-minute warning. And this game is all but over. And we'll see. Oh, man. Just kind of scrolling Twitter while we have some time. Just kind of scrolling through here. And seeing what we got. Because we're on the other side of the 2-minute warning, and I mean, it looked like the second half was going to be all Falcons, but then they just completely cooled off after a hot drive. They were unable to finish drives is what killed them. So that was a problem. Just kind of scrolling through here. I'm just seeing what we got. And here we go. Ready to see the other side of the 2-minute warning, what we've got running. All right. So we should be coming out of the 2-minute warning here momentarily. And they kick a field goal, so the Jags are going to be kicking this away with 1:56 to go to the Falcons. Still technically a 2-possession game, so anything is possible. If Bijan hits a massive run for a big touchdown, recover the onside, and then Bijan gets another run. You get the 2-point conversion each time. Bam, we're tied. So we'll see. Man. So we'll see what the Jags can do defensively. If they can put up a good stand, then they will end the game. Oh, man. So the Falcons going to start off at their own 25-yard line here. It's time to see what the Jags can do defensively. If the Falcons can get something going offensively, you never know. You never know. Atlanta going to have a minute 56 to work with. And we'll see. Oh, man. So Atlanta going to go to Jonnu Smith, and they are just driving down this field right now. Getting deep and going all the way to Jacksonville's 47. All the way with Jonnu Smith. And we'll see what they can do. There should be a no-huddle play here coming up, so it should be relatively quick. What are you doing taking this much time? Atlanta? Atlanta? Do you not know that you have like a lot of points to gain and a little time to do it? Well, we'll see. Never mind. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to ice the game after Ritter is sacked, strip sacked, recovered by Josh Allen. This game is final. The Jacksonville Jaguars will win this one 23-7 in London. And I think I'm going to get going because I need to get something to eat before the next stream. Otherwise, I'll be starving by the end of the night. So if you guys did like, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, as it does help me out a whole lot. It lets me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And I get to that, I will catch you guys later. Peace out and have a good one.